Hey folks, I'm Billy Strings and you're watching Tattoo.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mischievous Mel, live from the Edge Rock Radio, Rockwell NC Music Magazine, and Tattoo.com, and we are here at Bourbon Beyond Day 1. Hello, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks for having me.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the sexy fans out there?
Oh yeah, I'm Billy Strings, and we're here in Kentucky at the Bourbon and Beyond Festival.
Now see, I'm going to be a bitch and say, are you even old enough to drink bourbon? Because you look so young. You are so young looking. I love this.
Yeah, I don't drink, but I'm 25, so.
That's a good thing. Yeah, I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying you've got such a baby face, and I think it's awesome.
Good for me. Hopefully it'll stay that way.
That's right. And speaking of that, you are young, and you are in the business, and you are playing a music that is like, I want to say that if bluegrass and outlaw country had a one-night stand, you would be their child.
I like that.
So if you want to explain to fans kind of what they can expect when they see you on stage.
Well, I grew up playing bluegrass with my dad and very traditional bluegrass, you know. But I also listened to Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and you know, everything else. And so now I'm just trying to incorporate all of those inspirations and everything I've listened to throughout my life into my own music and just kind of give you that musical goulash.
See, and that's awesome that you took it and you did all that, because some people are like, no, I'm a traditionalist, I got to stay with that. And then some people are like, no, I'm going to push the boundaries so there's nothing left of that. But you're like, no, it can be all of that.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's what makes you kind of stick out and get to Bourbon and Beyond and festivals and all that.
Yeah, I think music is sort of boundaryless, you know. I mean, we play bluegrass music and we play folk music and we play rock and roll and we cover Pearl Jam and Jimi Hendrix and everything else. And we love the Grateful Dead, you know, and they were sort of a band that did that same thing, you know. You'd hear Hank Williams songs in a set with original music and also, you know, bluegrass songs and all sorts of stuff. So it's kind of like that, you know. We're sort of a progressive bluegrass band with some psychedelic features.
That's a lot of elements. I love it. So who would you like to take the stage with?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Now's your chance. If you're listening, Ty, he's telling you, and he's kick-ass up there, and he's going to be a great opener for you, and then someday you're going to be opening for him. So who is that going to be?
I always say Eddie Vedder. I'd like to meet Eddie Vedder. Be cool to jam with Derek Trucks someday, maybe. There's just so many great musicians. I'm sure I'll get a chance to meet, you know, most of the folks that are still around, and hopefully at least, you know.
So how old were you when you started music?
I was about 3 years old when I started getting interested in music, and by the time I was 4, I had my own guitar, and by the time I was 7, I was playing some songs with my dad and stuff, so I've just always done it.
So it's kind of in your blood, a family thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of blood, when you get tatted, sometimes there's a lot of blood, and if your tattoo makes you bleed a lot, you're going to the wrong man, or lady. Anyways, you're pretty inked up, so now it's time to take it off and show some ink.
Yeah. Well, I just got this thing done. Derek Brimsey did these little hands in Nashville, just down the road from my place. I'm trying to think. I got this chest piece. Mike Emmett did this, and he works at Front Street Tattoo up in Traverse City, Michigan. And Matt done tattoos there as well. I got Doc Watson on the back of my leg. I like that. The ditches are hard to. I can't pull my pants up.
Well, I've been known to say take everything off, and we've had bands do it. So if you're not afraid, we're not afraid. But I don't want you to be molested, before you go on stage.
I really should show you probably my favorite one right now, and I will have to kind of drop trowel.
Good way to start a festival. Yes!
This was done by Mike Fight.
That's gorgeous.
Mike Fight recently passed away, and he was just a staple in the tattoo community, in the traditional tattoo community. He's one of the best tattooers out there, and he's no longer with us. And that thing is in there. I mean, it's so good. And then, Dawn Cook did this one. She works at Depot Town up in Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor, Michigan area. But yeah, the Mike Fight, that one's really special because, like I said, we had plans to cover up this whole torso area with a big snake and stuff, and he died, and I'm really glad to have been, he's a legend. So I'm just super stoked that I was able to get tattooed by him while he was still alive, and
So are you still going to go ahead with the chest piece?
Or with the
Or,
torso.
I'm sorry, torso. Duh.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's gonna do it now, but I'm kind of working on these little hands right here. There's like little fillers, I got these little gaps I'm gonna try to kind of fill in.
I understand you don't want stuff floaty. You need it framed. I get that. Even if the pieces are like put in there one at a time, as long as you frame it.
This is the first one I got, and I got that one for $40, and I was in my friend's living room.
For $40, that's wickedly awesome.
Yeah, that's and I was always one of those folks that, man, if I ever get tattooed, I'm gonna get my grandmother's name or something so sentimental, and I went and got a skull with a tiger head, and that inspired all these, I just started getting tattooed. I just fell in love with the traditional style.
See, I love the hands, and the reason is most tattooers can do anything. I mean, if they're in the shop, you assume they can at least trace the shit off the wall. But when it gets down to doing hands and portrait type stuff, man, sometimes they come out looking like the freaking Simpsons, and then you again went to the wrong person, and that always trips me out. You see the most beautiful tattoo and then Simpson hands, but those are
Another one that I really like, frog riding a turtle. It's just great. I was in the shop with my friend Matt Dunn, and he just, nobody was coming in for walk-ins or anything that day, and we're just sort of sitting around, because I used to hang out at the shop a bunch, and those guys are good friends of mine, so I was like, man, let's just do a kind of silly tattoo today. What should we do? And he just goes, frog riding a turtle, and he just drew it up, and we just tattooed it. I can't believe it. It's on my leg forever.
So I'm going to tell you what I tell my kid, because I am not anti-tattoo by any means. I have them all over. Took my kid when she was 15 to get her first one. But one day she decided to sneak off and get a tattoo. And I went batshit crazy. And she's like, what? What about tattoos? I said, no, sweetie. It's not that you got a tattoo. It's like you got a shitty tattoo. Yeah. So the fact that you just like sat in there and was like, dude, just go to town, and it came out good, that's the sign of a great guy, because that's awesome.
He tattooed me before, and I do that. I look at people's portfolios, I check out their work, and I'm interested in a very kind of specific style, just the traditional, the thick bold lines, a lot of black shading, really thick outlines.
So what made you choose color over black and gray? Because some people are one or the other. Some people like to mix it up. Mm-hmm. What made you go towards color?
Yeah, well, with my first tattoo, it was just bright orange, and that's just what the flash was. I guess I never even considered just keeping it all black, but I really like how that looks when people do. My girlfriend has, she doesn't have any color really on her tattoos, and she has a really cool butterfly, and she has some stuff, but she hasn't really gone into full color yet.
If you want to show, you're welcome to. It is a tattue video, and we are. Come on in. You're part of this too.
Yeah, Derek Brimsey did this awesome butterfly on her arm, and then
your name.
Allie.
This is Allie. Yeah.
Hi. That's the newest one.
And so I think there's a little gray in there maybe, but it's mostly black.
Yeah, I like the black gray style.
And then, do you remember this artist's name?
Dan, Michigan artist. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
So do you all plan on getting any more and any matchy ones? Because that's a sign. That's the sign of commitment. A ring you can throw down the toilet, but once you put that ink on, unless you're cutting that arm or whatever else.
We could get a back piece that when we both stand together, it makes one image.
like the forever rings, like a butt cheek to a butt cheek.
Yeah.
Like the half heart.
Totally.
I'm not trying to push anything. I'm just saying.
Good ideas though.
Right? If anybody wants to give them a butt cheek half heart, yes, do it, man.
We're into it.
But I'm definitely, I'm probably gonna. These ditches are the back of my knees are still healing, and I'm probably gonna get tattooed soon. I want to do roses on my kneecaps, big old roses.
So are you ever gonna get the one for Grandma? Because that's what started this whole.
I have this one. This lantern right here actually sort of is for my grandma, and it says, "Guide me wherever I roam," and there's a lantern, and it's a song that she loved dearly, an old bluegrass song. There's a lamp shining bright in the window, where my mother's waiting for me, and she just loved this old song, "Lamp Lighting Time in the Valley," and so that's why I got the lantern and those lyrics on there. It's kind of for her, she loved that song, so kind of a sentiment for Grandma right there.
Well,
and of course I got the mom heart here, for Mom.
Okay, see, every mom loves that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and that to me is like when I think of a tattoo, I think of a mom heart or an anchor or an eagle or a dragon. Like, I just love those old images that are so tough. Like I got the Pharaoh's horses on here, and this is just a classic image that I just love it.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, and again,
very
Mike Emmett did that.
Very detailed. I
Yeah,
want to say intricate, but you know what I'm saying. Blech.
Yeah, intricate.
Yes, thank you.
Too much coffee, not enough sleep.
Right? Now, does it go around your back too? You got stuff on your back?
Well, I have these arrows, these little arrows on my shoulders that sort of go through on each side.
That's badass. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's like that one hat I used to buy on vacation when I was pretending that I was.
With the arrow?
Yeah, yeah. That was me. I was that person. All right. Sorry, I'm 40. We didn't have much humor back in the day. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So, where can we find all of your awesome music at?
You can find it on BillyStrings.com, and that should lead you to a tour schedule, which is just stacked. I mean, we're playing 200 gigs a year. We're out here on the road all the time. Look at our schedule. Come find us, and I recommend coming to see a live show, of course. But we're on Spotify and all that. But BillyStrings.com should lead you there or anywhere you need to go.
Now that you said it like that, I've got to throw this in here because I tell people this all the time. It is a different fucking beast. I don't care what album you take. If you hear it on your iPod or whatever, you're just like, yeah. But when you see that same band live, if they're doing it right, it is a fucking experience, and it's a whole different animal. So is this like the caged beast, and then this is like the unleashed beast? Are we going to see Unleashed today?
Always unleashed.
Yes!
Yeah, studio or not. But I think we're very much a live band. A lot of our show is improvisational space. We're treading sonic territory that we haven't really explored before. So we get on stage and we try to reach new places each night. And sort of just have fun with it.
That's right. So coming to a stage at 200 gigs a year, holy fuck, when do you sleep? So that being said, 200 gigs a year, they are definitely going to be in your area. So get off your ass and get into the pit. Yeah.